months ago, I set myself a challenge. I had 100 days to become healthier. I had just 2 things I needed to do to meet this challenge. The first one was to dramatically reduce my consumption of ultra-processed ingredients, and the second one was to move my body in some way every single day. Now, a couple of months into the challenge, how am I getting on? Well, in the first month, I lost just a couple of pounds, but I had been concentrating really heavily on this massive shift to my diet. And I had succeeded in changing things around and going from a point where I was having about 80% of processed ingredients, I hadn't realised that before the challenge, to having very minimal ultra-processed ingredients in my diet. I was also moving my body every single day. So tick tick. So I hadn't set out an aim to lose weight during this challenge, but it was an aim of mine to lose weight. So I had hoped that in dramatically decreasing my consumption of ultra-processed ingredients and moving my body every day, that I would just naturally lose weight. I was pretty convinced that this would be the case. But having lost only a couple of pounds in month 1 and basically putting that back on in month 2, I was really disappointed and really just kind of lost my way with the challenge. And I have been really struggling to get my head around what I do next. So I was watching a YouTube video about a totally unrelated topic, a business related topic recently, and somebody said that if something is failing, you have to fail fast and move on. And this got me thinking about my own journey to a healthier me, because I really do want to get healthier, and as part of that I do believe that I need to lose a little bit of weight. So it got me thinking about it, and I thought, you know, if this isn't working for me, then I really need to fail fast and move on. So rather than continue with the 100-day challenge, I'm going to stop that challenge and start a new one. Now, I should say I haven't failed my challenge. I have made a dramatic difference to my diet, and I'm super pleased to have made that shift to a much lower ultra-processed diet. So I'm having minimal ultra-processed ingredients, and I am moving my body a lot more. I'm feeling really good for it. I'm just not losing weight. So I'm 100% going to keep the diet changes that I have made, because I'm really happy with them. Cooking a bit more, I'm eating really good food, I'm feeling really good, and I have made a massive turn on my consumption of fizzy drinks. I was consuming 1 to 2 cans of fizzy drinks every single day. They were mostly diet fizzy drinks, but still containing a lot of chemicals. So I've made a massive shift there, and I've only had a couple of fizzy drinks over the course of the last couple of months, and I would not have believed that that was possible for me to make that change to my diet. So I'm so pleased with that. I've also made a massive change to my kids' diet, in particular with their snacks. I would say that the vast majority of their snacks contained ultra-processed ingredients. So I was pretty horrified to really kind of, when I delved into it, to learn what I was feeding my kids that I hadn't thought about at all. You know, I was feeding them foods marketed at kids. I was feeding them foods oftentimes that were marketed as healthy foods as well. And I was really disappointed to learn that I was feeding them so much crap, basically. So I've made a big change there. Yes, they are still consuming some convenience snacks containing some element of ultra-processed ingredients, but on the whole, they're having snacks that do not contain ultra-processed ingredients. They're having breakfasts that don't contain ultra-processed ingredients, and just a lot of their diet basically has been a real shift in their diet as well as mine, and by default, because I do a lot of the cooking, my husband's diet. So big changes, I'm really, really pleased with that. But what I'm going to be doing going forwards, basically, I'm going to be keeping that change, keeping the movement changes, really happy with what I'm doing fitness-wise, doing a lot of exercise at home, a lot of dumbbell workouts at home, doing a lot of slow running still, it's still running, doing a lot of running. I've got a half marathon in a week's time that I'm so excited for. But what I'm going to be doing going forward is some more fasting. So I've done a lot of fasting in the past. I've got a video on my fasting experiences. At the time when I was doing fasting previously, I was following that 16-8 fasting. So eating an 8-hour window, fasting for 16 hours, and at the time I was breastfeeding my youngest, so I couldn't do anything particularly dramatic or that would affect my energy levels or my ability for my body to produce breast milk. So what I'm going to be doing, some more prolonged fast, shall we say. So I read a book by Dr. Mindy Peltz, Fast Like a Girl, and this is really interesting, the concept of fasting around your menstrual cycle. So there are windows during your menstrual cycle where you are better able to do longer fasts, and windows where you should do less fasting. And she also considers that you should follow particular kinds of diets when you're fasting. So she's a big believer in a keto diet around longer fasts. And I dabbled basically, I read the book and I dabbled. I did a couple of long fasts. I did a 24-hour fast and I did a 20-hour fast. And I felt really good. I was really shocked that I managed to do it because I've never managed that long a fast before. I felt good and I felt like an instant impact on how I felt, my energy levels, and bloating as well, minimising bloating. So what I'm going to be doing is setting myself a 30-day fasting challenge. So I'm not going to not eat for 30 days, but I'm going to follow Dr. Mindy's recommendations. I'm going to fast for basically one whole cycle, and I'm going to be doing some longer fasts and some shorter fasts within that 30-day window. I'm going to record my weight on the first day and see what it is at the end. I'm going to be trying-ish to follow a keto-ish diet on my longer fasts, because I did that when I tried it out and I was able to do the fasting. So I'm assuming it helped, and then I will be otherwise just continuing to have a low ultra processed diet, continuing to move my body, and we will see, continuing to run, continue to train for my next races. I have another half marathon in October, so after the one next week I've got to get back on the training wagon. So I'm feeling really excited, having reached a real plateau. I have plateaued for months basically. This whole year my weight has stayed consistent, which is good, but it's just stayed the same. I've made a few tweaks here and there, hoping that I would be able to shift some weight, but I have been unable to do so, and I really need that like kick up the backside, find something that really clicks with me and works to shift things in the other direction, but also works around my life as a working mum of 3 young children, work 4 long days as a lawyer. So I've got to get something which helps me live my life with energy. So I will be documenting my 30 days of fasting here, of course, as I am my whole health journey. If you're interested, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like, it really does help my channel, and consider subscribing for more content from me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.